You can see here. So agenda. So first point is what you learn. So second point is what is a project. Then the third point is what is the project management. Then the fourth point is why project management. And next point is about Primavera project management. So these are the things what you are going to uh, learn from these slides. Now one by one we'll discuss what you learn. First point is suppose if you get a project. Now for that project how to control and manage the project. That is the first point you are going to have to learn in this whatever the session you are going to have. Next, how to resolve the issues. So if you get any issues in the project, how you are going to resolve it and how to check the activity network charts. Charts are nothing but here bar charts, how the network will be formed for the activities of the project. Next, you are going to have the how you are going to learning the skills can work in a project. Okay, how we are going to learn skills by using the project as a planning engineer and or project manager. Now, what is the requirement? So basic project management knowledge you required for if you want to get trained by this software, you required basic project management. Then what what are the versions you are going to have? In Primavera, you are going to have from P3 onwards up to P6. 19 version is the latest version you are going to have. So under that P6 8.3 onwards, above onwards, it is a Oracle Primavera that you are going to learn. Whichever the version you are learning in P6, almost all will be same. Same in the sense you have whatever the topic we are going to cover, the same topic will be repeated for the all the versions, but some changes in the advanced version. Next, who this course is for. So those who interested in the project management, they can learn this software, or students or professionals or any working person in industries, whether it may be a construction industry or some other department also. So this tool basically not only for the construction but also for the other department also, like many oil and gas projects, some substation projects, electrical projects, different type of projects can be planned by using this tool. This is what you are going to have this. Next, what is a project? So what is a project is, so it is a temporary endeavor undertaken to create a unique product. Suppose if you want to get a unique product, what are the things you required for the projects? So that you have to make the list here. So next, what you are going to have unique product is, if you want to start a product or you want to uh, convert the product, then what are the steps involved in the products? So this is what you are going to have in the what is a project. Next, project attributes. So what it contains? So it is having a unique purposes. It is a temporary. So we are going to develop using progressive elaboration and requires manpower, oftenly from various areas, involves uncertainty, then organizing the activities that can be addressed within the organizations. So these are the, you can say, attributes you are going to have the in the projects. Then we'll see the next point. Now, what is the project management? So this is very important here. So what skill you required, what tool you required. So you have main three important point here. That is, you are going to have work scope, resources, and timeline. These are the three important for the project management. How we are going to consider the different type of work for the your projects, and whatever the manpower, material, and equipments are the required for your projects, and timeline. What is the basically timeline for your entire projects that can be monitored by using this project management skills. So basic skill is required to know about the this particular softwares. Next, you are going to have important term is constants. See, constants are nothing but restriction made for the activities. Now in software, P6 software, we can give the constant so that the particular work to be completed within the time. So this project management skills, so we will plan for the projects within the time limit. So this management will uh, will will have the time duration and cost within the cost we are going to plan for the project. Okay, so this is about the project management. Next, what are the managing the projects? So how we are going to manage the projects? So responsibility persons which are required for the projects, that you have to make the list here. And managing the projects includes identification of the requirements. Whatever the requirement for the project will be there, that should be identified here. And establishing a clear and achievable objects. Achievable object in the sense whatever the final output you required for the projects, that is whatever the start and finish of the respective activities dates will be there, that you have to make here. And very important is balancing the quality, scope, time and cost. This is very important. So here scope is important, time also important, cost also important, along with quality also important. This is very important. Okay. Next, adapting the specification, plans, and approach the to the different concern and expectation of the various stockholders. Okay, these are the things. Next important term is the triple constants. What is this triple constant? We can see here. So scope, time, and cost. These are the very important you are going to find in the projects. Scope in the sense whether the if you get a project, whether it is having a scope or not. Whatever the unique product you are going to start, finally you are going to give the output, whether it is having a scope or not. So that you have to decide that one. Next, time. So what is the time requirement for the particular works or activities? So that to be made the schedule. Means how much duration you required for the entire project, that should be initially planned. Next, cost. So cost, what is the cost required for the project? That should be planned. Okay. So next is, so project manager duty to balance these three options, completing a goal. So these three options, whatever the scope, time, and cost is there, time, time, scope, cost is there, that you should be managing to complete the goals. This is a triple constant you are going to have. Next, what is the role for the project manager? Okay, these are the different roles of the project manager. That is a person responsible accomplishing the project objectives, and you are going to have the meetings with triple constant by balancing the project scope, time and cost and goals. Depending upon the organization structure, a project manager report to the functional manager. So like this, you are going to have different role of the particular projects. That is project management role. Next, you can have the several project management. We report to a portfolio and program manager that is ultimately responsible for the entire worldwide projects. In this type of structures, the project managers works closely with portfolio. Okay, so these are the different role of the project managers. Next, we'll see about the what is project management. So why is project management? So without project management skills, we cannot develop a proper planning of the projects. So what is the time durations? When to be started, when to be completed, each and everything we have to plan by using these skills. Without skills, we cannot plan the projects, whatever the requirement for our project executions. Now, next point is, now come to the software. What is Primavera? So why we are depending upon this software? So basically Primavera, it is a project management tool which we can plan the projects, and as per the plan we can execute the project. So this is very important tool if you want to complete the project within the time durations. Now here, so what is the time duration require for the project? Suppose if you start any project, say for example, if you go for constructions, if you are going for any building structures, what are the things you required? First, see, before going to the software, first you have to study the what you required for the your projects. Now, when you go for the construction of any buildings, what are the things required? You required some stages. What are the stages you required? So different stages of your project you required, and what the projects require is activities also. What are the activities you required, and what is the time durations required for that activities? How much duration it take? takes the activity to complete that particular date. Okay, these are the things you required when you go for the software. So first you require the what are the activities. Activities are nothing but the work which is having certain duration to complete in the project is nothing but activity. Those activity you have to list, and how the dependence of those activity will be there, that we are going to implement in the software. Now software, how it is going to calculate? So we have so many methods we are going to calculate. So we have CPM methods, PERT methods. We have different methods to know the what is the dependence of our activities of the project. Okay. So regarding Primavera, so this is a you can see here why Primavera is there, even why Primavera also. So when you go for the Primavera P6, so it is a Primavera P6 Enterprise Project Portfolio Management, which accurately reflects the software scope and purposes. So this software will get the exact dates which you required for the projects. Means how, what is the time duration you are going to have, then start up and finish of the activity is going to display here. Okay. Now next is project management support, one of the crucial factor, that is condition of the project success. So if you are need a success of a project, so you should have the proper planning for the project that you are going to have. Now what are the things you required for the in the software, so that we are going to see here. Now why we required means to avoid the uh, risk. Suppose if you have a time duration less, so if you are not properly planning the project, what happens? The duration may increase, the finish date may be extended, or even cost may be increases. So unnecessary expenditure also increases. So overall cost, whatever the required for the project is there, it may be exceed the required budgeted cost. So if you want to know that one, if you want to minimize the risk, then we are going to use this tool. So here what happens, we can control the cost, we can control the time durations. So these are the things we can control. Then we can generate the different type of reports also. Okay.